Hello ladies and gentlemen, as always I'm your host Aristotle, and you're seeing the Tac6 here. Now in the last video I talked about the Tac6 being a 3D printer's wet dream. What I mean by this is that the internals here, and even the body itself, is set up in a way that it would just be perfect for a 3D printer. So I'm going to take this thing down, and i.e. show you how to take it down yourselves, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. So, let me just set you guys down real quick. Just set it up a little bit. There we go. Let's set you up right here. There we go. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start undoing the barrel first. You want to unscrew the barrel here. There we go. Let's get the barrel off back here. Alright, let's just pop these pins right here. Pop the pin here. Right, there's one. There's the other. Let's go ahead and get these pins just nice and popped out. There we go. Let's get that off there. Come on, you. Okay, I'm going to have to use a patented pointer here to get it out. Maybe. There we go. Alright, that's out now. Set it out to the side. And we just push this off. There we go. And then we just take this off right here. And there we go. We'll get to these in a little bit, but let's talk about the internals first. So looking at the internals here, this is where the meat of it all is. And there is a CO2 cartridge in there, but we'll get back to that in a second. Let's go ahead and undo the magazine there so you'll be able to see all that. But looking at it itself, this entire system, it is opened for 3D printing marvels. I mean, a lot of dead space here. To remove this entirely, all you have to do is undo a pin here, a pin here, a pin here, and then try and wriggle this thing out of its literal shell. I'm not joking on that. This thing has a shell, and I think to really undo it, you gotta unscrew. I'm still trying to figure out how to take the entire thing out so you can actually see a full video of it. But other people have probably done it. But the big thing is that this is open to being used to a blowback system. The entire system in this is essentially a copy of the, I want to say, wind gun system, because the way it's designed, the way it's set up, it's similar to the wind gun blowbacks and non-blowbacks. What I mean by that, and let me just go ahead set this down here, and I believe I have one of those pistols here. Let's see if it is in here or not. Ah, here it is. It is similar to the wind gun pistols. What I mean by that is that the system is sort of like their magazines right here. This right here could definitely work for that. If you actually look, almost, you can see this sort of non-blowback system almost. You can actually see the rear end of it. I'll do an entire takedown video on this in the future, don't you worry. But what I mean by it is, this right here, you could 3D print an entire upper, and even redo the system here to where a little bit of gas can blow upward, or at least have a sort of like gas blowback system, to where you can have a reciprocating bolt, and have a sort of pseudo blowback carbine. And again, all this space in here, it is just opened. All this is just... so much can be done with this. So much work could be done into this system alone. It's amazing. And other people have already done interesting things where they've HPA'd these things, but they haven't really done anything to the uppers. And I think that's a real shame, because the upper... set that down, and let's get the upper back over here. The upper, it is just opened to any sort of modification one could do. You could do a open breach of sorts, so you can actually get access to the hop-up. You could completely redo this entire upper to sort of do like a pseudo P90 or a PDW or any sort of thing. These holes here, one could redo them to be like an M-lock system of sorts. Again, the possibilities with this are endless. And even, let's pull this back out again, even the barrel itself is actually really fun. You have this threading here that will fit onto 14mm negative threading. If I knew how to undo this here, I could have a lot of fun with it. But the cool part is that even though the suppressor here will work with this, that's not the best part. The best part is that the outer barrel, I mean, comes off. It really does. It'll pop off. So that gives you this whole manner of just fun insanity that you can do God knows what to. If I can get this off. This is one of the hard ones, is that getting the suppressor off this thing. There it goes. That's why I don't have the suppressor on it all the time, because it gets stuck. There we go. But the big crime of it all is this short barrel here. This is the biggest crime of it all, is that the short barrel just does not work. It doesn't want to work all that well. And even then, it is a crying shame. It really is, because this whole system here, what I'm trying to say is that this could work better if there was a version 2. Because you have all this right here that could incorporate a hop-up system. You have everything you need just to do a lot of cool stuff with it. And I mean that. I mean, there is this back here you could do a lot with. There is just everything you do a lot with. The entire system could very well use an update. They need to update the system, in my opinion, to make this into a better pistol-style carbine, a PCC, because this is basically the redesign of the Beretta carbine. And you know which one I'm talking about. The one from Battlestar Galactica. The one from all those... just that sci-fi awesomeness. And it's a crying shame. It really, really is. Because again, this is just an awesome little design. I mean, just this alone. This right here alone. Imagine 3D printing a shorter barrel, or even an attachment to where you have this right here, this little lug right here, but you have the barrel shortened to a CQB, a PDW style, to where it cuts to about right here where the barrel is, the actual outer barrel. You have that shortened cut this sort of compact little carbine. Or even a P90 style upper. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Just a P90 style upper to where you have like this sort of cool concept of just, again, a lot of ideas could come out of this. Even then, you could actually make it to where there's an adapter, an actual full upper adapter, to where you have like a magazine that feeds into it up here like a P90, or like an M4 magazine that'll stick out of here, or a sort of mag adapter to where it will still run off that non-blowback CO2 style system, but you're running it off an AEG magazine. Again, there's a lot of possibilities with this, and it's a crying shame not a lot of people are wanting to take advantage of this. I wish they would, because, again, this is a really cool gun, really cool concept, and really just, in my opinion, an underrated platform that could use that 3D printing, airsoft heretics insanity that we all know and love. But, like I said, folks, it's a crying shame, and I wish more people would do more with it. Because let's face it, this desperately needs an update. ASG, I love this gun. I'm going to run this gun. I know a lot of people who like this gun. And we want a version 2. We want one with blowback. We want one with a hop-up unit. We want one that takes more than just your Stenag-style stick mags. Take the universal stick mag that comes with all non-blowbacks and some blowbacks. Even then, if you have to, use the wind gun system. Use the wind gun style magazines where it combines both blowback and non-blowback. All I'm asking is someone to take this and make it better. ASG, I am asking you to take this and update it for the modern times. And for those of you who do own this and have done your work on it, let me know in the comment section down below what you've done to this thing and what kind of evil and insanity you've done to it, and what you think, what improvements could make this a very, very good airsoft gun in these days. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been Airsoft Al, and thank you for sticking through the entire video for my ramblings and just talking about this in general. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next video. Till next time. Later.